Hello everyone, I'm Havoc, and this is Factorio, Industrial Revolution. Last time I played this, it was about 2 weeks ago. Actually, well, it was 2 weeks to the day, so you have to give me just a moment. I did load it up and try and look over a few things to remember what we're doing, but I will be getting right into it and trying to pick up where we left off. I've had just a little bit of research running. So, we are very much so in the steam age, the steampunky style part of this, and we are trying to do our best to make advancements. I know nothing about this mod outside of what I learned last time we were playing. This is an open multiplayer map. If anyone jumps into Discord, which I do need to jump into right now, I will chat with them and they can come play along with us. If not, that's alright too. We will chug along and see what we can get done. So, up here, we're going to need another turret or two protecting these. Alright. Yeah, so last time when I left off, I was working on this, the bronze forestries, to produce wood for me, and then we're going to do stuff with this wood. We're going to be turning it into charcoal. Okay. It should, the way we have it set up, it takes the output and puts it above the input to these. That allows us to keep this one running with what it needs constantly while the excess moves down the line, because they take wood in order to then produce more wood. I think the recipe is 1 to 5. Yes, 1 to 5. It does take 200 seconds, which is quite a little bit, but that's alright. We can expand this. We can just keep going up with more, and we can add on a whole nother build of them, anything along those lines, just to keep it rolling. The beauty of these things, too, that I really love, is the fact that they consume pollution rather than create pollution. And that will help us as we expand here. Excuse me. Now, I want to move away from using regular coal as much as possible and set up charcoal kilns. That was the first stage here, but I will also need to process wood into wood chips for later lines, so we'll use a setup identical to this and then use those to produce other products. What I want to do right now, though, is get our charcoal kilns down and see how much fuel we can produce and how much wood does it take in order to do that, so that we can fuel everything. And I'm just going to start roughly back in this area, and we're still in the steam age, so we're going to be using steam inserters for everything. I need to leave room for the output. So the question is, do I want to then instead actually have the output be the middle, and we grab from the outside? That's probably what I'm going to do. That's generally how I like to do my smelting lines. And this isn't exactly a smelting line, but we can expand that out. Now, how are we going to get steam to everything here? I'm thinking we just come right down here to the end and have steam lines. In fact, we could just underground right here a little bit, give me some room to run around, and then have some steam lines coming out here. Looks nice, I like it. Now we just need to run steam up to here. Looks like I can probably snag off of this little setup. That just means I'll need to underground right along in here. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's figure out a way in order to do it here. That makes me happier, so that's what we're going to go with. And then we just need these. So we're going to run the wood down either side of this. And we will most likely need lots more, so I'm just setting it up to begin with to be quite large. And then what I like to do is drop it like so, so it's only going to go down one side of the line. We don't really have to do that, but it's what I'm going to do. Now the only thing is, right now, I don't think this is going to be enough fuel to run everything. So what I want to do is prioritize the input from the right here. So it will prioritize using this charcoal. But when we don't have it, coal will still go down the line. And we'll see how this works out. Because I don't know, maybe there is enough here. Oh, no, I'm getting stuck. Yeah, that's right. Squeak through is disabled. So it takes an awful lot. It takes 25 and produces 25. So this is where I'm going to see how many more of these do I need in order to supply enough here. Actually, let's see. We have max rate calculator. So this is going to input 150 items per minute and output 150 items per minute. Yeah, this is only outputting 18 per minute. Nowhere near enough. Okay, that's what I was figuring because they take such a long time per craft. So, if we are going to even keep this running optimally, we're going to need a lot of these. In fact, we can do the math. If this is 18 per minute and I need 150, bring this over. 150 divided by our 18. We're going to need a little bit over 8 times this setup. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to do that times the 12 that we have. Oh my goodness, I need 100 just to just to fuel this. So then the question is, how much fuel per minute do I really need? Maybe I didn't think that 8 of these was going to be enough. Maybe this is more than enough, actually. Maybe it's overkill. Why does that not calculate the input of the fuel? Maybe it's because I grabbed this? Nope. Okay, so it's not showing. It is not showing how quickly they consume it. Looks like 4 seconds-ish. I mean, I don't have a timer on it. 4 seconds per, right? Which is going to be, 15 a minute times each of these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, that is 165 per minute. That's already not enough. Okay, so, and again, rough calculation. That means we're going to need a lot of space. But this will absolutely help us with our pollution, right? Because right now our pollution is spreading heavily and I don't have the means to really defend myself greatly. So building close to 100 of these. Oh, hello there, Sheldon. good to see you in the stream, watching along. Let's see just how expensive are these. They take glass, they take wood chips, they take bronze plates, and bronze rods. Okay, so I'm going to need to automate this system, as you should honestly automate nearly everything. Too expensive? Yes, very expensive. All the best things in life are too expensive. That's the whole point. Okay, so we're looking at silica. We need to set up a whole production line in order to get these up and running. So let's go down and look at where we were mixing bronze earlier. And what do we have? We have just bronze ingots coming out at the end. I'm going to need to turn those into plates and rods. That's a very simple setup. Both of those simply come from these themselves. I need more assemblers. Do I have assemblers automated anywhere? Because that's probably a really good thing to get automated. Yeah, like you, $100 a pop. All the best things in life are more expensive than I can afford, at least. Swap that out for charcoal. Okay. This is where I have most things automated, and I don't see steam assemblers. We need steam inserters and then 10 gears. I've got steam inserters automated right here. And I can very easily... Where's this going? Got a underground steam pipe to nowhere. Getting distracted here. I can very easily automate that. The 10 gear we can pass on this side over here. So let's see, what would that look? That's a mixer. I need the assembler. What would that look like if I were to say I want you to make steam assemblers right here? Oh, wait a minute. I'm also forgetting about the large copper frame. What does a large copper frame require? Copper plates, copper capped beams, and copper rivets. And the copper capped beam, plates, more rivets, and a wooden beam. Wooden beam is just running wood through an assembler. Okay. Well, then, looks like that's going to be more of a process than I anticipated. I'm just going to keep running through a lot of these as long as I can, the basic researches, quality of life researches, because I move way too slow, I chop way too slow, everything too slow. Use my robots. Okay. Wood. Making wooden beams. That can be its own production line somewhere over here. I'm going to need quite a few more steam assemblers. Oh, pocket craft and copper plates? No. I have those automated. I should have a buffer of these somewhere. Let's set that up right here. 400's probably more than enough. I hope. It's just guesstimates at this point in time. So, we're going to need to automate this setup, which means we're going to need plates and probably rivets on their own line together. Is not a bad idea for the copper, because you need more of the rivets and plates to add to that copper cap beam in order to make the large copper frame. Plates, rivets. Where are my rivets? Right down here. Let's go ahead and make a line of that I can take off in order to do assembly on. It's working out pretty well so far. Plates. That is rivets, right? Yes, that's rivets for sure. Okay, good. Just making sure. I get distracted. A lot of these things look very similar because of the coloring. I need to look at the shape, not just the color. Alright, so those two items in combination with wood will make the copper capped beams, and then turn around and take those beams and make the large copper frames. Steam assembler. How many more of these can I make? Okay, good. I can make a couple. I'm going to try and leave a little bit of room. Let's see, this does not take very long at all. It does this in 0.8 of a second. So, how long does it take? 3.2 seconds, which is 4 times the speed, or 4 times the amount of time the other one takes. And it takes 12 of these, and it's going to make 1. So I need 3 assemblers making our copper cap beams in order to keep up. I honestly don't think I have enough to do that. What we will do is we will set it up with that space in mind, but we're not going to have them actually in their spots just yet. So let's use that marker, excuse me. Okay. Now we just need to power this. Is that what it makes you feel like, Sheldon? Robot face? I think running steam over here would be better done closer to this point, and then simply running it around. Yes, it does. That's good. Because that was a steam pipe to nowhere anyways, but we know we're going to need it running up through here. And then we've got to take these out on the other side and run them up. I love how you can pass steam through these machines. The mod author of Industrial Revolution has done a very, very wonderful job, and I'm just in the beginning. I can't wait to see the other features to each of the tiers as I move into them. Let's see. That'll take those out. Oh yes, we're going to need wood coming into here as well. I'm probably going to do something along the lines of a long-handed piece grabbing out here to get the wood in. I think that's probably the best. I could also do it over here, but I don't want to cram this side in too much. I may need to do some undergrounds. Do I? I don't know. Do I, Sheldon? Let's see. After that part, we are going to make, I hope it seems like it, we're going to make our large copper frames. We need to drag up the copper rivets and plates, and then we will need to grab our output of these, what are these called again? Copper capped beams. Yes. We need to make sure we get our copper capped beams in and producing these. Now here's where I do want to output on the other side. So we will grab here and output there when it's finished. It's not going to do anything till we get wood running in here. I'm also seeing I'm struggling with copper plates. Let's just tell that to stop for a minute. Take what we had there and please let more through. How much is it? Steam might be a problem. No, I hope not. Doesn't look like anything is out of steam. I keep adding more and more on. I need to check every so often and see whether or not that is overtaxing our production of steam. It's not like the power grid where you can just click on it and see the fancy output graphs and charts. Now, how are we going to get wood in here? If I set one up here, makes 2 wooden beams every 0.8 seconds. How many does this need? Just 1. So this is enough to supply 2 of these machines. The question is going to be, where do I get the wood in from and out to? Right now, we're gonna just probably drop a chest, grab from a chest, and then output onto our wonderful transport belts. Oh, you know what? I didn't add in the mod that changes the color of these. One moment. Sorry about that. Absolutely want it to be looking beautiful. I was playing just before I started this on the space exploration map, so I had to. I just loaded this as single player. Well, if anyone gets into Discord, I'll reload it as multiplayer. But there we go. Now we get our beautiful belts again to match the theme. But yes, I was playing and working on things. That needs to be swapped around. Let's throw a bunch of wood in there. Perfect. For now, we don't need it all running up through here because I only have the one. And then we'll figure out something better for this. We may even turn around and have the wood come down from a setup that's up here somewhere. We will see. For right now, I just want to get these steam assemblers automated. And that's looking like, I think I used the last one. Yay! Okay. You are going to combine, in order to make these, 10 gears, these large copper frames, and steam inserters, which I have right here. So the only thing I need to get up through here is 10 gears. And it looks like I've got a little slot that I can run them up through right here. Whoop. Getting pushed around. And then I will need to make sure that I get them on the inside edge of this belt. Oh, I'm getting stuck on machines and pipes. Alright. Now I just need to branch it off. I think it's probably easiest to simply underground the tin plate there. Okay. For some reason I thought that might have been a little too long, and my brain was saying, hold on a second. You may have made a mistake, double check this, but it's good. So 10 gears coming up, we need to get a hold of these somewhere. I think what that means is that I need to have the buffer on the other side. Buffer them right there. Let's close that down again, and I can go ahead and pretty much fill it up. I don't need to hold so many. Now, let's put our turret. Well, I think we can put down a couple if I have a couple of turrets somewhere. Right here. Not a bad idea to give us a few out here. Because honestly, I don't know where the nests are anymore. We cleared out the ones that were visible. so we're a little blind. Let's go ahead and set this up now. Alright. You are going to make me steam assemblers. And I'm probably going to output them in a buffer right beside the buffer of inserters. Wonderful. Now we just need to ramp up this. And I'm going to block that off to only one stack. I don't know how many they stack to, but it's, I don't know. If it's like the normal ones, it's 50, which is a lot. I don't even know if I'll need 50 more before I hit the next age, but we'll see. What I do know is that I can go ahead and add a second one of these, but I cannot do a third because I cannot actually afford the cost in wood beams down here. That is what those are called, right? Wooden beams? Yes, wooden beams. I would need to set up a second one of these in order to make enough wooden beams. Which I could do. You know what? Let's absolutely do that. And then I don't have to worry about it in the slightest. There. Getting our ratios all down like they're supposed to be. It's gonna feel weird. Long-handed. Need to make a few of those. Now this should actually run at the speed. Well, I say that. I don't have enough plates coming down. I'm running out of room. So what's a good answer to this then? Since I'm running out of room, I think what I might want to do is split off some and just make a bunch of plates and add them in. We're just going to run right up through here. I don't need to go too far till I know exactly how many I'm going to produce and what I can afford to produce. Hey, look at that. Steam inserters, and I didn't have to make them. I did not have to make them by hand. The automation is glorious, and the factory must grow. Steam. Probably going to be fed in from this side. And I know I'm definitely going to have to check and see if I am reaching the limit of my steam production now. So I'm starting to tax it very heavily at this point. Now we're talking. Maybe it's a good idea to even use both sides of the belt here. Is there any reason not to? I don't think so. And that will allow me to make better use of this. So what's the best way to get it on the bottom side of the belt? That's going to be doing something a little different with our steam here. If I go from there to there, I can then remove that section. And what I'm thinking is we're going to underground like so, and that will make sure it's on the inside of the belt. Very, very convoluted nonsense. There's better ways to do it, but that's how I'm going to do it for right now. That's how it's happening. Live with it. Now, how many more of these can I add up through here? Because in order to get this running at optimal speed, I need plate flowing down here a lot. And then I should probably immediately go figure out about my steam. Steam production. Because this is... How much do each of these use? Max consumption, kilowatts. That's... Here we go, max consumption 4.17. Alright, let's go ahead and make the boilers. Yeah, this is doing nothing because we don't have enough wood being produced, which is fine. It's going to use the wood first if it can. How are we looking on steam? I have a steam tank. We're actually still increasing, which is good. I don't want it to become a problem though, so I'm going to go ahead and just tack on some more of these boilers. Where did they go? I did make some, correct? Yes, I did. How to get this in the line properly. Underground, right like so. And then I need burner inserters to pass the fuel through each one of these. I made an extra one. Goodness. Alright, but each one of these is making 30 steam per second. That's a lot of extra machines. So now you see the ones that are not burning, it's telling me they can't even hold any more steam. And what I would like to do here is probably put up a one-way steam pipe valve and store a little bit more steam. So if I take that out, I know I've got a one-way pipe here going into these couple of steam tanks. What I want to do is just add a few more in, and then make it a one-way coming out of them. There. So I have a buffer of steam in here that will fill up from our production. That happens very rapidly. You're not going anywhere because this is full of steam. We may be running into the throughput maximum of the steam pipes. Resistance low, transport steam. How much does it transport per second though? Curious, can I see that with max rate calculator? No, I cannot. Okay. I'm not sure. So if you look at this, maybe it's not a good idea to add all these extra steam tanks in because it's trying to equalize the system. So there's only so much steam. Like say the pipe is only 80% full because the steam tanks are only 80% full. Of course they're not. They are filling up faster. The last one before it moves into the system is you'll say almost 90% now, and that's why the pipes are at the 80% and trying to equalize to the system throughout. That'll be something interesting to think about as I hold up. Uh-oh, squeak through is working in some places. Thought that was disabled. It kind of is, kind of not. It's interesting. That's all right though. So we've got plenty more than enough steam. It's just if it makes it all the way through everything. I think at the rate that we can produce it, it should build up until those are very, very near to full, if not full at all times. That's no longer a problem. 22 assemblers while we're off doing other things. Automation is just so daggone beautiful. Alright. We have plenty of plates. We have plenty of steam power for us to continue to expand upon. We've automated assemblers. Let's move back down and think about this. What were we going to do? We were going to automate the production of the bronze plates and the bronze rods. Now, how fast am I producing bronze at the moment? 75 per minute. I don't think I'm actually getting 75 per minute out of this. No, I am. Okay. Interesting. So I have accidentally, I know I didn't do that on purpose, but I accidentally balanced the output of my bronze powder and my bronze bar production. So that's good. We've got 75 bronze ingots per minute to deal with. Gravel floor covering. Walk speed increase. So it's like having concrete just at this age. I want to set that up for sure. I definitely want some kind of something. I'm so slow. I don't want to harp on the fact that I'm playing in YouTube now I can't remember. It's not Industrial Revolution. It is space exploration. But I've gotten used to being able to fly around with my jetpacks at 120%-ish acceleration and just zipping. And then I get on here and I feel like I'm crawling around. Alright. Bronze. If I were to set up, let's just say 4 of these, making plates, what's the consumption going to look like? Way more than I can afford. Okay, so one of these is going to take roughly half, and let me guess, then the rods will do the other half. Are we now going to consume 75 exactly? Okay, I mean, that's fine. That's absolutely fine with me. And then what I'll probably end up doing is just put them either side of an output belt, because I need both of them for the recipe that we've got coming up here. No, I'm going to want them on their own separate belts, and then I will combine them at the point where I want to use them. That's a better way to do it in case there's something else that I need that requires only... I accidentally removed... No, not a burner. Steam inserter. There we go. In case I want something that uses dedicated one or the other, either the bronze plates or the bronze rods, I want to have them on their own dedicated lines to begin with. So that's how we'll set that up. Now we will, I should have done that with a little space between them. This is a better idea. So I have room to do splitters, undergrounds, all of the fun stuff. Speaking of, this should be fairly simple to do. Just turn this one up, and then we will do the same thing we did earlier where we underground to here. Nope, that's going to be a problem. Yep. Underground past that. Or just... what's going to take the least amount of belt? Sure. Because I think it's pretty. I am not a professional Factorio player, if there is such a thing. Just a disclaimer. Alright, but that gives us our lines separated and our lines combined coming off from here with our bronze. So we can start automating these bronze forestries. Now, let me look through here. Before I dedicate entirely too much time to this, there's another forestry. Electric forestry. What does this take? Iron. Lots of iron. Lamps. Glass and wood chips are roughly the same. I don't know how long it's going to take to get into electricity. So, we will move forward with our plan. I just wanted to double check and make sure it wouldn't be super easy to move into the next one up, a better forestry. But it doesn't look like it, so we will move forward with this plan. Wood chips and glass. Wood chips, wood chips, wood chips. So, I've got wood here. Can you make wood chips? No, you need to make it from the wood before it's made into wooden beams. Okay. I was going to see if you could make it out of the wooden beams too, but that's fine. And we are also out of wood here. Go, my robots! Work. Gather me lots of wood. What does it take to get to the next armor? Is this the next one? Let's look back through the chain. We've got to get into electricity. Large wooden pole. Well, that sounds spicy. Small bronze pole. A wide reach and supply area. Wire reach 20, supply area 4x4. So it's very similar to the large pole. Small iron pole is like the medium pole with a 5x5 supply area and a 7.5 reach. Small bronze pole is the same as small iron pole. Okay, interesting. Small wooden pole. So what's the advantage? You just use a different resource as the pole ingredient. Bronze, wooden beam. Yeah, so I don't think that's going to be that big of a problem. So maybe electricity isn't that hard to move up into. Oh, we got to automate greens. And what do the green circuits take? Or green science. Glass and reinforced bronze plates. So I'll need more bronze anyways. Well, good to check that before I get too involved in anything. And I'll take my time through each of the stages. This is a very unique mod, and I want to experience what each tier has to offer. Alright. Have more wood. Please continue making me assemblers. What we're going to need to look at then, since we know we're going to need lots more bronze, this little bitty setup is not enough, and I don't want to build this and then move forward and go, oh man, I don't have enough to do anything. So we need to look at how are we going to get more bronze, which it's just tin and copper. But we need to see how much is used of each exactly. Follow me, robots. Let's do this. 25 of the 10 and 50 per minute right now to make bronze. So if this thing starts running, the next question is just how much copper am I actually producing? Okay, 375. The problem is I'm using a lot of that elsewhere. So let's look. 600. So if everything is actually running, I don't have anywhere near enough copper production, but everything is not running at the same time, thankfully. But that's good to know. I will need an additional area smelting copper to deal with the demand that I'm going to have just for bronze. I'll leave everything that bronze needs running off of bronze, but instead of stealing from the end of the line over here to go make our bronze, I will set up a dedicated smelter for the bronze itself. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's move forward with this for now. I really want to get pollution under control because I've got a feeling before I realize that I'm going to be overrun and it's just me. So glass is the next thing I want to set up. Well, wood chips. Wood chips should be easy. That's a grinder, right? A crusher. No. Don't mind me. Yes, you're going to take wood and then you produce something. You're going to make the wood chips from the wood. So where's the best place to do this? What else do I need? Honestly, I don't need anything from up there. So what I can do is simply clear room down here and then come up with what we're going to do. Did I grab a fish? Thank you, my faithful fishing robot companion. I do appreciate that. Alright, I'm going to want wood chips. It's the next thing we're going to focus on. And it's very simple. Like I said, I just need to get wood going into a crusher. And the crusher will produce for me the wood chips. For right now, I'm going to simply use a chest that I throw a ton of wood into. Let's throw a bronze chest down. See how much room this one has. Okay, not bad. There's the wood chips. It's a clear room. Now, what does it take to get to glass? We need glass smelting mix, and that comes from silica added with tin in a mixer, and silica comes from gravel, which is stone, through a crusher. We've got several steps here. Let's go ahead and make another mixer. 2 mixers, 2 crushers, because we can. And I want to keep stuff loaded with wood. And as I said before, we'll get a dedicated line once we have enough foresters growing wood. We'll have a dedicated line of wood coming from the foresters running just like everything else over to here, so it's automated. I think it's amazing that you can automate wood in this Industrial Revolution pack. It's really cool. And that they make wood incredibly relevant. Alright. Where is our stone mining happening? Over here to the left. I'm caught on stuff. Need more underground pipes. Okay. So we have a small buffer here of stone, which I honestly don't know that we're going to need that. We got a small buffer. The bricks, I need a few of these right now for my inventory. Let's see. what does it take to make a steam mining drill? Because I'm thinking we're going to need to change this up a bit. I'm going to need more stone. Do I have any large frames? Look at this. Because my assemblers are backed up, I can come in and snag quite a few of those. I love it. Should probably... Yes, I thought I was making these. Grab a handful more of my pipes. Just make sure I've got a topped off system. Topped off stacks of the steam pipes, both regular and underground. There we go. Squeeze through. Squeak through. And then we're going to come back over here. I will just pick this up for now. So let's see. I will just run that down through there. We want... Well, I want it on both sides of the belt. So let's completely redo this and come in like so. And then I just need to get the steam running in. And I can underground this like that. Now it's on both sides. And I will get one more steam mining drill. I'll craft one more because I've got the room for it out here. Okay. I placed it down facing the wrong way. I don't know what that... What is that there, Sheldon? Give, please? I'm not as familiar with the Discord or Steam little emojis or whatever they're called. Alright. We've got a lot of stone. We need to do stuff with this stone. And step one, I believe, was to make gravel, which I can use for multiple projects. Gravel and silica. We need to make gravel and then turn some of that gravel into silica. Alright, and that is all done in the crusher? Yes. Super easy. We're going to have to come down this way with it. So let's come over here somewhere and do 2 making gravel. That's just a guesstimate. Man, I keep doing that. I wish you could not override the steam inserter with the steam pipe. I just need to be better about not clicking on it, but still. There we go. Gravel. Now, we need both gravel and silica. Hold on, that's for the stuff I want to put on the ground. I just need silica. We should stream D&D. You know, that's honestly not a bad idea. Get something set up. Stream it where each of us can talk. We could also do that, you know, remote. You don't have to all be together with Discord and the such. Anyways, let's see, gravel. I need to turn around and make this gravel into silica. Let's grab another... Uh-oh. Missing copper plates. I want to make another grinder. That's what it's called? Crusher. Another crusher. Just snag all these. Alright. That's nice. I just have everything. Didn't have to make any of the subcomponents. Okay, and now we need to figure out how much this is going to make. Oh, we got a problem here. Steam. Oh, that's because I broke this. Uh-oh, I was very concerned for a moment there. Thought there was a much bigger problem going on than just one pipe missing. What are we going to get out of this? 75 turns into 112.5 because I'm getting roughly 1.5, roughly, out of this. Right? That's what that says in here. You get 1 to 2 gravel per. It doesn't give you an exact, but looking at this, it's pretty much 1.5 to the T. So, how much are we going to need in order to make glass? If we're looking at this, I need 16 glass per 4.8 seconds to make 1. And glass mix takes 9 seconds and produces 12. So how many does it make? Takes 1, makes 2 glass? Okay, so that won't be bad at all. Another question is silica. 1 to 2 takes 1.6 seconds. This is taking 1.6 seconds, so I just need 2 in order to match up with that. And I'm going to put them a little bit further down here in case I want to expand more on the gravel production. Also, where are my belts produced at? Where's my buffer of belts? Right over here. Stuck on everything. Move! Starting to get dangerously low. Okay. I need the same thing for my undergrounds. Let's do just 1 stack. And we'll top off that stack of splitters as well. So let's see. That means I can swap this out for a regular steam pipe. Okay. Moving down here. There we go. If I place the steam pipes first, there's less of a chance that I will override the steam inserters. There. Lots of silica. Now I need to take that silica around and over to here. I don't want to go too far with it, so we will try and sneak it in somewhere in this area. And probably, come down and around here somewhere. Maybe I can sneak it. This is getting very spaghetti-ish. I hope you're enjoying it. Right in here. Let's underground this area. Okay, now we just need to hook that up in the middle. I skipped a step. I think it would just be easier to simply underground that one, run this over and around to here. Silica production coming right down, and I need to join that with some, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Let's stop this somewhere back in here. I don't need silica, I need glass. So I need to take tin and this silica and combine it and smelt it. Don't have enough wood. Alright, let's go gather wood. I mean, we're making room for expanding our builds anyways, so. But yes, I want to use these bronze furnaces. I probably only need 1. We will build 2 just in case. The bronze furnaces are very fast. I may not even need a full bronze furnace for what I can produce here, and that's okay. We will keep it going. Charge so slow. There we go. Okay. So let's just turn this, and then we're going to need to add to it 10 ingots. There we go. Simple and easy. And then that is made in a mixer, and it will make the smelting mix. So let's go. I did make some mixers. I wonder if I need, takes 9.6 seconds. Okay, I was about to say, I wonder if I need to use a faster inserter or 2 inserters for this process. Nope, I don't even need to have that many. How am I going to hook this up to Steam? We'll do this side. We will do the other side for simplicity's sake. There. Super simple and easy. That gets us our mix out, the silica mix. And then we have to run the silica mix through a smelter. So we're going to get 150 per minute out of this. It's going to use probably more tin than I can make. Hold on. How much tin can I make? No? Okay. I'm making 150. Alright. Drop down here. We're going to need fuel for this as well, so we'll have to come up with something for that. I think probably one of these will work just fine. Let's see how to get fuel into here. Come down, drop it there. And it'll be on the inside, and it will put the mix on the outside. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, hook this up and it should start flowing. Then we just need to take the glass out of here. And let's do that. We can loop back around, come back up to this line, and that will be the glass running over there. I will have to come up with something. I'll just do that. Sure, why not? There we go. Simple, easy. Because this doesn't run off of steam and it doesn't pass steam through it. How many is this going to give me? 75 per minute. I've left room to expand that if I need more, but that gives us the glass. So now, what are we looking at? We have glass, we have wood chips, we have the plates and rods. We just need to put it all together into a machine that's making these. And you know what? We'll just do it right down here. I don't need that fish. Thank you, though. You can continue about your day, fish. But that does mean that we will change some things around. So, I want this to be on the outside. There. Easy enough. And then we are going to simply break off. I don't know of anything else that requires wood chips right this moment. But that's okay. We might run into something that does. So we'll leave the dedicated line of wood chips heading out. I know there are multiple things that require glass, so we will run our dedicated line of glass down. Now we are looking at all products required to make our bronze forestries heading down this way. We will simply have to adjust how many we're producing. We may not be producing enough of things. Steam assembler, gonna drop you in. That's what I would like. And then we will output to a belt right over here. Where can we grab steam from? That gets us all the ingredients. Let's go ahead and throw down 2 of those. Actually, it's a lot of ingredients for this, so we will simply do it like so. And then we'll take out from the side. And we're just going to throw it into a chest. We need 100. If they stack to 50, that means 2 stacks. That's an if they stack to 50. I don't know. Looks like I may need to do something different here. How many am I getting? 37 per minute. How many does this need? A lot more than 37 per minute. Well, I guess that also means we don't really need to worry about our glass and wood chips because we are nowhere near this amount. We are what is that? 1/4? So I would need 4 of each of these just to produce what I need for this. 75. Well, no, I need 3. Yeah, 4 because it takes 200. Alright. Well, that means that we're going to be getting per minute. If we are only getting 1/4, we get 1/4 of this. So what is 6.25 times 0.25? I'm going to get 1.5 per minute. That's slow, but that's okay. Look, it's already made 4. Well, it took me several minutes to figure all that out, apparently. Okay, that's all right, though. The beauty of automation is we can leave that running. It's there, it's producing that. Let's look at another project, or potentially how can we ramp this up. So, and for that matter, I do know that I'm going to need a whole nother copper line to feed into this. I need to not steal from here, because if I start consuming the other items, I won't have enough to run this. It's not a problem right now. And, you know, honestly, let's just wait on that and keep an eye on it. If it becomes a problem, we'll do the dedicated build. If it's not a problem, there's no need to worry about it. It might be, our time might be spent better elsewhere. So let's see. A next good step is that we need bronze. Well, that sealed that for us. We're going to make a secondary dedicated area for bronze. And then we need to come up with a better setup for this. We need to sneak our fuel in somewhere else so I can mine this bronze, or this copper, for more bronze. I could change things up quite a bit actually here. So one of these makes 75 per minute. I have too many of these for what we have going on here. So it's time to do a complete overhaul of what we're doing with our fuel. Our whole little line here is a bit of a mess. It worked then, we can come up with a better system now, and that's exactly what I intend to do. Let's see. right in this area somewhere. So I'm gonna fill my inventory with a huge mess here. Let's go ahead and stop that. Let this run for a minute. I can speed it up by grabbing some things. So some of those, a few of these, a little bit of that. All technical terms. A few of these, this or that. Okay, let's just stock up on resources and get this pumping again.